This is Southside News Today. I'm Chuck Vitterman reporting. Southside News Today for Tuesday, February 23rd is brought to you by Shanks Associates and by Dry Fork Fruit Distillery. An hours-long standoff continued at last report in Pittsylvania County. It began early Tuesday afternoon when deputies were trying to serve an arrest warrant for Paul Michael Dalton Jr. When they arrived at a home on Strawberry Road, they saw that Dalton was armed. He went in the house and refused to come out. Sheriff's Department's crisis management team made contact with Dalton, tried to get him to surrender. Meantime, the county made a reverse 911 call to those who lived within a half-mile radius of the scene. They were asked to shelter in place. Deputies also closed the road. School system was notified so the buses could take alternate routes. Now, specifically, a mental health counselor has joined the negotiations. Authorities do not think anyone else is inside the house. The House of Delegates today fell short of accepting the nomination of a local prosecutor who was being considered for a judicial post. Pennsylvania County Commonwealth's Attorney Brian Haskins was nominated by the local bar association for a judgeship in Juvenile and Domestic Relations Court in the 22nd Circuit, which covers Danville, Pittsylvania County, and Franklin County. Haskins' name was pulled from the block of candidates voted on separately. Richmond Delegate James Bourne says he was concerned about one comment Haskins made during his interview with the House Judiciary Committee.
And he said, quote, the whole issue of school-to-prison pipeline is a myth. Madam Speaker, ladies and gentlemen of the House, believing that we don't have a problem with disparate treatment of our kids in schools, which then leads them to prison, is either willful indifference or intentional, neither of which is good.
But Danville Delegate Danny Marshall pointed out that Haskins has strong minority support locally.
He's a Silver Life member of the Pennsylvania County NAACP. And in November, the NAAC in Pennsylvania County had a swearing-in ceremony. And who did they choose to swear in? The officers. They chose this person that's in question. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you look at his past record in the local community here in Pennsylvania County, I would think that you would agree with me that he is a great choice, and I would ask for your vote for a local issue.
Haskins got only 43 votes. He needed 51 to be confirmed. Well, another good news, bad news day in the COVID-19 front here in Danville in Pittsylvania County. State Health Department is reporting another local death. A Danville woman in her 80s. That death brings the toll in the city to 99. It remains 58 in the county. Now, on the upside, local cases continue to fall. The daily dashboard shows Danville with only 7 new cases, bringing the weekly average down to 18 per day. Pennsylvania County showing just 6 new cases. The weekly average there down to 14. Also an update today on local outbreaks. There are now 4 of them. The newest, Brightleaf Place in Danville. Other outbreaks reportedly underway at Chatham Rehabilitation and Healthcare, Piney Forest Health and Rehab. The Register and Bee is reporting an outbreak at Roman Eagle that has yet to be added to the state's official website. Meantime, Governor Ralph Northam has announced a flag order this week for all U.S. and Virginia flags to be lowered to half staff. This in honor and memory of those who have died from COVID-19. The White House is honoring the 500,000 Americans now who have died from coronavirus complications. According to Governor Northam, there are nearly 7,500 Virginians accounted for in that number. The order lasts through the end of February 26. Danville police asking folks for help in finding a missing person. He was reported missing this week, but he hasn't been seen since August. Family members say they last saw 75-year-old Herman Harston leaving his home on Shetland Avenue last August. They said he was on his way to the store. That's the last time they saw him. They tell police it was not unusual for him to be gone from home for a month or so. Harston often used the city transit system to get around. He's been treated in the past, family says, for mental illness and has some physical limitations. Police have checked area hospitals. If you see him, call Danville Police at 793-0000. Pennsylvania County leaders are waiving all tipping fees at the county landfill in Dry Fork through May 14th. The 90-day waiver, part of a local declaration of emergency adopted last week by the Pennsylvania County Board of Supervisors. Board Chairman Bob Warren says it will help alleviate some of the stress folks have been feeling since the ice storm, which knocked over countless trees in the county. Under normal circumstances, the county charges a tipping fee of $41 a ton. Well, let's move now to the bright side of life. Here's our daily Live Positive moment from Dr. Joey Fawcett.
I'm Dr. Joey Fawcett, coaching you to live positive today. So my wife and I were enjoying a meal in a restaurant when one of the owners came over to visit with us. I saw you walking through the parking lot to come in, she said to me, and you've lost weight. How much weight have you lost? I haven't lost any weight. Must be this floppy shirt. Maybe, she said, but I think you have. And I looked at her and she had lost weight. So I said, girl, you're the one who's lost weight. Yes, I have, she said, turning to show off her improved curves. So she left our table, and in a few minutes, some other friends stopped by, and I stood up and I hugged one of them, and we talked for a couple minutes. And then she said, Dr. Joey, have you gained some weight? You look like you've gained weight. I don't think I have, I said. Maybe it's this floppy shirt. Nah, she said, I don't think so. I think you've gained some weight. Well, I looked more closely at her, and guess who had really gained some weight? Yeah, she gained a lot of weight. Thank God I had the good sense not to say something like, honey, you're the one who's gained some weight. So who did we learn more about in that exchange? Me and my floppy shirt, or those two ladies? You know, life is really what you make of it. You see what you're looking for. Yet another reason to look for the positive in this negative world so that you live positive and make a life worth living. Coaching you to live positive today, I'm Dr. Joey Fawcett.
Thanks, Dr. Joey. Your forecast is looking good. Clear skies, chilly overnight, lows down to 30, 31 degrees. Now, tomorrow is going to be another sunny, breezy, and very warm day. Unseasonably warm. Highs all the way up to 68. That's a look at Southside News today. I'm Chuck Vipperman. It's been brought to you by Dry Fork Fruit Distillery and by Shanks Associates. Have a great evening, everyone.